Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Who are these people?
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Don't be rude.
Who are these people?
Oops. What the hell was that? All right. Sorry about that. Welcome to another. Well, this is our first episode we've done
in the new year. Yeah. So welcome everyone to Pro Wrestling Talk 2026, baby.
Yeah. Happy Saturday to you too.
Hey, CBC.
Yep. And let's see. We got a lot to talk about this week.
A lot.
I figured we go to the situation in the Royal Rumble in Riyadh. Riyadh. Apparently there was a little bit of an oversight because they booked the Royal Rumble for the end of January 31st and February 1st. It's 2 nights or 2 afternoons for us. And they don't have an arena for the show. They didn't. So it was an oversight by either the Saudis or by WWE, but it's an oversight by either the Saudi government or WWE, but there's no arena. So what they've done is they built a new arena or started to build like an outdoor stadium from the ground up, from scratch, basically.
Like they did back in '93 in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, they just building in like an outdoor arena, that'll have.
And that was in a parking lot too.
Yeah, it was scaffolding, structural elements. Reports describe the build as happening in record time. It features an open roof design suitable for production elements like big screen and fireworks. So
what is it, February 2nd or something?
It's January 31st and February 1st, I believe, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. So, I mean, you got, 2 weeks. Get on it. What have you been doing? Sitting around playing with your dicks? I mean, come on.
So my guess, when they say the build is happening in record time, they're calling up a bunch of those Eastern Asian slaves that the Saudis have. And they're just building this stadium out like in record time. Because at this point, and that's the truth. I mean, they have a record of, especially from India. They have a bunch of slaves basically from India. They promise them a great living and jobs, but really they take their passports and then they're stuck there working for free pretty much. So that's why people call them slaves, because that's essentially what they are. So that's probably what they're using to build this stadium out, this outdoor stadium, temporary stadium in record time.
That's awful.
But the WWE got the $100 million, so they really don't care. They would just need a place to do the show and then leave.
And again, guys, that's our, our ally,
Yeah, that's our ally. Hey, Vic. Let's see. What else? Yeah, so that's Royal Rumble. I could probably show this. Hold on. Oops. So yeah, I could probably show this real quick. This is the actual stadium so far. So I'm not sure how much you can see of it, but you see the stands already. There's pipes right there. You can see it's kind of it's kind of looking like the LA Coliseum is my guess. The way it's shaped and stuff.
Crazy. And that's all they got done of it so far.
Yeah, to January 10th.
Workers are going, 5 o'clock, I'm busting. Oh,
yeah, so
what's in Ephrata, Vicky? What's the big news? You tell me, and I'll, yeah.
Yeah, so now that's been discussed. Let's see. The Royal Rumble. Oh, well, it's Raw. Let me start with Raw first. Raw had a Netflix Stranger Things crossover.
Oh yeah, it sucked. It totally fucking sucked. I was watching James Romero. I'm not sure how to say his last name, but he interviews Stevie Richards. He did a podcast with Shane Douglas at one point, and they answered one of my questions. So
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, so he actually said not only did they not get a crossover, it just sucked. It mostly was women matches, and then it was they stuck Punk and
and Braun Breaker
and Braun Breaker in there, and it really, really sucked.
Yeah,
Rivera was found. Grave robber.
I don't know the intention of that, whether they wanted they were supposed to have the cast members come on the show and be a part of the show or what, but none of them appeared. Nothing happened. It was just the crossover was basically the stage has some props from the show, and it said Stranger Things in the Titantron. That's all it really was. It wasn't much of a crossover. It sucked.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, if there was breakdown in communication with the crew of Stranger Things, but yeah, I didn't watch it. I just saw that Punk won, and I was like, all right, fine, cool. I guess they're just not ready to pull the trigger on Braun Breaker being the head of this company yet. Not that I love Punk, okay? I love Punk, all right? But, I mean, are they going to wait till Braun is, 40? Clock's ticking there, guys.
I expect he'll get the championship at some point, but there's not much to write home about that Raw. I mean, let's see. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky win the tag team title. Okay. Rhea Ripley should be working with Stephanie McMahon on top, not focused on the women's tag titles. Why? Show with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. A lot of the top girls are focused on the tag titles for some reason. So
is that who they took the titles from?
No, they took it from Asuka and the other girl. Her
tag team partner.
Okay. So yeah, the women's tag team champions. Yeah. Unfortunately, Stephanie seems to be stuck working with Raquel Rodriguez, which is terrible. I mean, she's
Stephanie Valkyrie, poor girl.
Yeah. She's just a big lumbering. She's big and lumbering, has 2 left feet pretty much. She can't really move for her size. So it's that's not, those matches not been good. The feud has not been good. It's they're sabotaging her title run for some reason. They keep bragging about she's been champion over 100 days, but what who's your feud with? Nikki Bella?
Who has she really? I mean, other than she did go after Nikki Bella, but no one really has a desire to watch a Nikki Bella match. All right, let's be truthful here. But who has she really defended against? I mean, I love Stephanie Valkyrie. She seems like she seems like a star, okay? She's a star, and she's just being pushed to the moon, but she's got all this dead weight almost. She hasn't really had anyone. I mean, put her with Rhea Ripley for fuck's sake. That's what we want to see. Rhea Ripley go after the title, but no, she's with fucking Sky, who literally looks like a little Japanese schoolgirl because they have that Japanese schoolgirl fetish again.
And they have that pseudo lesbian thing going on where
she's married to a man. Rhea Ripley is married to a man. I don't know if Io Sky is married. I don't give a fuck. But I mean, she's married to a man. Rhea Ripley is married to a man.
Yeah.
Or be a straight woman. What is wrong with being a straight woman anymore? It's like you can't be. You have to be like a pseudo lesbian.
Yeah.
Back off. Sorry,
so
I don't find women appealing. I like dicks. Okay.
So there's they won the women's tag titles, which a belt nobody really cares about. They never had. So no matter who they put these belts on, nobody really cares. So, and it won't change now. What else? Oh, Becky Lynch won back the Intercontinental title from the model chick, Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, I didn't really even care about Maxine having the belt. Even though they took a picture and they thought it was a big thing, her and Triple H are like, take a picture. Go ahead, take a picture before, what's her name? Becky Lynch gets it back. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, anyways, that finish was terrible because I did see the finish. Maxine had like some sort of ankle lock on Becky Lynch because they're pretending she's some kind of wrestling badass when she's obviously a model that can't really work. Anyway, she had the ankle lock. Becky reversed it somehow into a pin, and she grabbed the rope, but Maxine never bothered kicking out. Like she just laid there for the 3 and then like a total idiot. And then, like if you see it, that's basically Becky had no reason to hold onto the rope because she never even tried to kick out. So it was just like kind of like that for the 3, and then she's shocked that she lost. It's like, but you didn't bother kicking out.
Well, and here's the thing: she just got married to a man. Yes, a man. She also got married to a man just recently. I saw some of the wedding pictures, I think, up on X. So she literally just got sorry, it catches your ear. Oh, did you know that person? Vicky, I did see that. I didn't see it in the news, just I saw it in passing when you were, saying it. I don't know that person. I've never heard of that person. I'm sorry that person was found. Ew, that's kind of gross. Yeah. What they did was gross. I wouldn't do that, not with a body. I mean, I like fake skulls, like Halloween skulls. I collect those, but not real ones. Okay. Yeah. I don't go into that shit. But anyway, yeah, it was just, I think that whole title run was just so that they could say, well, Maxine Dupree is like a star. Yet nobody cares. Yeah. She's on the second card. She's on the lower card.
They threw a belt on her.
And they act like that ankle lock was, I bet it was like the ankle lock that Kurt Angle used to do, right? So they're not, both sexes, they're trying to make like Kurt Angle. They tried to make Chad Gable like Kurt Angle. They tried to make Maxine Dupree. And that whole fucking, what is it, American Made or something? Yeah. I think that's what they're calling themselves. Even though there's one Japanese guy, right?
They
Outlaw or something?
Yeah, they disappeared.
American Made, but in Japan, right?
The only one that's left is Maxine, and they're trying to push her to singles. Obviously, she's still really green. She could barely. It's like she's trying to remember the spots instead of actually doing them naturally. And then she didn't bother kicking out at the end of the finish. It looked bad. It looked
like she gave up. Basically, it looked like she gave up.
Yeah, and Becky. Apparently, this new character that Becky Lynch is playing, it's like a parody of Donald Trump. And she did said that in an interview. She admitted that her character is like a parody of Donald Trump for some reason. Like, I didn't even notice. That's the thing, It's like she didn't. I didn't even notice.
Did she not notice Donald Trump has a dick and she doesn't?
Yeah, so I didn't even notice. I didn't until she said it, I didn't realize it. Like, oh yeah, I could see how it is. It's a bad parody of Trump, but it's not even funny. But it comes across as annoying.
I mean, her and her husband have this they act like each other, what I mean by that is like she calls herself the man and he calls himself, like he dresses like a woman, so they got shit all mixed up. He's got the dick and she's got the pussy. Now you got this all mixed up. You cannot be called the man if you are a woman. I'm sorry, you don't have a dick. I'm sorry, you don't.
So Also, AJ Styles is apparently going to feud with Gunther over the honor of John Cena because Gunther keeps coming out and calling Cena a bitch because he tapped out. So
because that's
AJ
what
Styles,
you think of when you think of John Cena. You think of AJ Styles.
yeah, he comes out. They're going to feud now over the honor of John Cena. I guess that's the only thing I could make sense of
Jesus
why
Christ,
they're having a match.
What did Gunther do? Spray paint his John Cena's name on some kind of fucking tower and call him a slut or something? Jesus, I'm gonna stand up for the honor of John Cena.
That's the only thing I can think of why this match is happening because Gunther keeps now they have a T-shirt saying with John Cena tapping out saying Cena's a bitch or something like that. So,
but
Gunther
that's how you get heat.
Out.
I mean, not the right heat you want because you want more heat than that. But that's how you get heat. That's how you are a heel. You become a heel by getting heat. And trust me, all the old heels know this is how you get heat. Look at Kurt Hennig when he shut the cage door on Flair's head, and they literally wanted to kill him. Delete him. Sorry. The crowd wanted to delete him because they loved Flair. That was Flair country, North Carolina. That's where they did it.
Yeah.
So that's how you get heat, guys. This is how you get heat. Is literally you let Gunther go out there, say John Cena's a pussy, and I beat him. He's like a little bitch. I made him look like a little bitch. I made him tap out when his motto was never give up. Well, he gave up like a pussy. Yeah. That's how you get heat.
So that's Raw pretty much. I mean, the match between Punk and Von Breakker was good, but there was
that's what they said. They stuck a great match in the middle of just shit. Yeah, and nobody got anything with the Stranger Things. It was just kind of like a prop scene from a movie.
Yeah, there were props from the show. It's very awkward throughout the night because they kept bringing it up, but there's nobody from the show. I'm not sure whether it might have been miscommunication between Netflix and their cast because nobody was there from the show. So that makes no sense. Why do a crossover like that if nobody's going to be there from the show in order to promote the show? It's their final season, so.
And why would you do that with wrestling, not another show? Like, not another paranormal show? Because Stranger Things is like, what, about the paranormal?
Yeah.
It's about werewolves and vampires and shit. So why would you do that with a wrestling program? And honestly, I think they should have had, because Stranger Things is a paranormal thing. So let's do it with the Wyatt Six, because that's what the Wyatt Six is. They're supposed to be like the paranormal thing.
Yeah.
That I could see, but they didn't even have the Wyatt Six there.
No,
they had nothing. They had like a prop scene. That's it.
It was just there, and like, Raw gets strange tonight, and we go upside down. At one point, the camera was filming upside down, and it was disconcerting and just didn't work and was lame. I mean, they kept putting up like Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, and they had a name for each part of the show. It had it in chapters. It was just awkward.
I bet Netflix
and brutal.
Is pissed. What the fuck is that?
It's not WWE's fault. They were told, I guess, by Netflix they were going to do this crossover. They want to do it. So apparently I don't know what. Didn't. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, whose fault it is, but yeah, let's get to SmackDown because I didn't really see SmackDown. It was what? Let me see what happened because I didn't really see it, but I know
I didn't see it either, but apparently Drew McIntyre is now the WWE champion, and it's because of Jacob Fatu comes out and interferes. Yeah. And I keep seeing this meme on X of the Drew McIntyre holding the belt going like this in bed. I'm like, come on, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he has wanted, he has coveted that belt. Has he ever been the SmackDown champion? The guy who, he's never been that champion. He's been Raw champion, but he's never been like the coup de grace, the guy,
He was the WWE champion during the pandemic, so that he carried the WWE during the pandemic when they were the Thunderdome.
So you have the Raw champion, which I think is kind of, no offense to CM Punk, I love CM Punk, but it's kind of like a secondary belt.
Because the
coup de
WWE
grace or the higher belt is definitely the one on SmackDown.
Yeah, because that's the title that has the lineage. Yeah. It's the title you can trace the lineage back to Bruno Sammartino.
Right.
So that championship.
Drew McIntyre's thing was, I get screwed. I work hard and I wrestle all these guys and I take out your champions and I wrestle your champions and I win and someone always screws me out of the belt. Well, now we have this flip. Now Jacob Fatu fucked Cody Rhodes out of the belt. So now it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, so that was...
Well, now they killed that because now...
it's been 4 years.
McIntyre can't say it anymore. Yeah, he can't say, well, they fucked me out of the title again. Well, I'm glad he's a champion. I do like Drew McIntyre. I don't know how I feel about all this taking place. You know what I mean? Like Jacob Fatu, he was starting to go babyface. And now complete heel again.
I don't know what they're doing.
I'm confused. I'm totally confused at this point.
I don't know what they're doing with him, whether he's turned heel again or whether he's just a baby face, but he I don't understand that. It was kind of botched, I don't understand why they did any of this. Yeah, I mean, I know that McIntyre injured Jacob Fatu in storyline, that's why he was out, but why attack Cody? I mean, I assume you would attack Drew and then screw Drew out of the title again. Instead, Drew wins.
So you keep going with that. Well, I just got screwed again, right?
Yeah.
But I guess, and I do agree that he should have the belt. I just don't know if he should have had it yet. Now, the thing is, are they going to open the door now and switch Cody heel? Are they going to pull that trigger?
Yeah, I don't know. Because it seems like the only reason why Drew won the belt because they have a European tour right now and Drew's over in Europe. So my guess is Cody can win the belt back at the Rumble in Saudi Arabia. That's my guess.
Could. Yeah, he definitely or he could at least win the Royal Rumble and then go to WrestleMania. That could be the WrestleMania thing, him and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, depending how long McIntyre's going to be around.
Because they just gave this away on free TV. They gave the Drew McIntyre thing and Jacob Fatu, and they put it on free TV. It wasn't even a fucking pay-per-view.
No, they needed to switch the belts on free TV because they haven't done it in years. I don't remember the last time they switched the belts on TV.
Okay.
Because it's like one of the world champions needed to lose this week, and they chose Cody.
Well, it wasn't
CM
Punk. And again, I love CM Punk. I don't think he should have lost yet, but I kind of want Braun Breaker to have the belt because if Seth Rollins comes back now, I'm not saying he will, but if Seth Rollins comes back now, he's gonna him and Punk, and maybe they turn Punk heel here because, but. It would be Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins, and Braun would take his eye off of the championship. You know what I mean? Because now Seth Rollins comes back. Now he's a babyface because of what Braun Breaker did to him. Yeah. And they were making fun of Seth Rollins on Jim Cornette's show. I was listening to it. Yeah. They said that he has the voice of Fran Drescher. I don't know. I haven't heard the difference. But
so Drew, Cody won. No, I'm sorry. Drew won the first fall after Drew McIntyre gave Cody a low blow and hit his finish on him. Cody won the second fall by hitting, and it was a Falls Count Anywhere match. And then the third fall was in the steel cage, where again Cody didn't get beat. So he got beat, but he got beat because of Jacob Fatu. So they protected the hell out of him. So the first fall he lost because of a low blow. So second fall he won. The third fall was because of Jacob. So it was not clean at all. I mean, they beat Cody, but it was like there was a lot of shit that happened. It was a cage
match and two out of three falls?
Yeah, it's a 3 stages of hell match. The first match is a regular match. The second match is Falls Count Anywhere, and the third match is a steel cage match, the third fall. So, and Drew escaped to the cage in order to win, so Cody didn't get pinned again. So it was like they definitely protected Cody there. So my guess is either he wins the Royal Rumble or Drew drops the belt back to him after the Rumble. So one or the other. So Cody's going to be the champion again. So I wonder how long before internet fans get sick and tired of Cody being the champion, because they do it every time. They did it to Cena. They did it to Roman. They did it now. They're going to do it to Cody at some point. Because WWE...
I think there is a point where they will eventually turn Cody heel. Because Cody's been a babyface this whole time.
Yeah. He's definitely been a babyface since he came back, at least, from WWE.
Right.
Hell, when he was when he was in AEW, his entire run there, he's a babyface. And the fans, those marks were desperate to turn him heel. He wouldn't turn heel. Then, they eventually, by the end, they all hated him. And, he left, even though he founded the company. And he's the only one that was kind of not relevant, but competent, in his job as EVP. The rest of those guys are morons, and they don't know what they're
absolute
doing.
morons. I don't know if you heard the story or saw the story, but I heard this on Jim Cornette's show. This is how stupid people are. And if you are stupid enough to marry these people, you are dumb. First of all, apparently, this is how the story goes. Darby Allin has a brother who was going to marry a woman. I can't even believe they're fucking straight. I thought they were going to marry men. I don't know. Hey, if they're gay, whatever. I don't care. I just didn't think that we were that way. Okay. So anyway, they take apparently his brother's girlfriend to a skate park. You can't make this up. So they take her to a skate park. And the story goes that he handed her a white bottle. Okay. And so they didn't tell her anything of what was going to happen, right? So we all know Darby Allin. He's the skate guy. He likes skateboarding and he thinks he's all tough and shit. And he likes to set people on fire. He likes to set things on fire.
He thinks he's Jeff Hardy. He thinks he's Jeff Hardy, but dumber.
Yeah.
So he takes more risks than Jeff Hardy.
Well, and that's the thing. People who like to set things on fire need to see they need to be in a mental institution, not walking around on a wrestling show. That's my first point. My second point. So to finish the story, they take this girl to, I don't know, you can look it up on X and watch it, I guess. But his brother is about to propose, right? So she's standing there like, why am I holding this white can? I have no idea. Darby Allin sets his brother on fire. And then he gets down on his knees and asks this woman to fucking marry him. And before he can ask, she drops the can because she's freaking the fuck out. Because this is like I would think I'm in some kind of fucking jackass stunt. What the fuck? You just set him on fire. And she dropped the can and ran. She didn't put him out or nothing. He says, put him out. He was telling her, put him out, put him out, put him out. She drops the can and she fucking runs for her life.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Who thinks of this shit? How in the bloody fuck do you think, hey, do you think we should do this? I got a great idea. Let's set you on fire in front of your soon-to-be fiance, and then you ask her to marry you and then put you out. Right. You are dumb. You deserve to be single the rest of your motherfucking life. You're stupid. You are stupid.
So, yeah, that's too much.
Your thoughts on that, Angel. Your thoughts. Is that what you would do with a girl? Probably not.
No, it's too much.
Honestly,
it's beyond idiocy.
If my man did that, like when he asked me to marry him, he asked me in the original way. He got down on his knees. He had roses and stuff. And he asked me to marry him. And I said, of course, yes. Not once did he set himself on fire and tell me to put him out. Because he's not stupid. But, like, what are your thoughts on that, Angel? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's just beyond idiocy. I mean, what do you do with that? I can't even comment. It's beyond idiocy. Like,
you and your brother, Darby Allin, need to fucking literally be in a mental institution because you'd like to set things on fire and think it's funny. That's not funny. That's a jackass stunt waiting to go out all wrong. Okay?
So that's ridiculous.
I'm screaming in my car the whole way home from work. I'm listening to this in my car, right? Because right now I have a long drive. When I change to my other job, I won't. But I listened to Jim Cornette's show in the car, and I'm screaming at my radio the whole way home because I can't believe this motherfucker would do this. That's just stupidity. You deserve to be fucking single the rest of your life if you do something stupid like that. No woman on the face of this earth I know of would actually look at that and say, yes, of course, and then shh, I have to put you out because you set your fucking self on fire.
You're stupid. So
Oh my
other parts
God.
of the show. So Carmelo Hayes, the U.S. champion, and he's doing the open challenge still for the U.S. title. Nakamura challenge open responded. He lost to the new Carmelo Hayes, of course. Jade Cargill, who's not defended a women's title once since winning it last year. She's not defended that belt once. She's just standing around like
You guys
doing
gonna book me,
interviews.
or are you just gonna? Oh, okay.
Like all she's done is do interviews and like kind of intimidate the other girls. That's all she's done to being champion. So they put this belt on her. I don't know whether they don't trust her in the ring still. Kind of like we can't put this woman in the ring even though
Well,
she's
then take the
champion.
belt off of her and fire her.
Yeah, I mean
There's nothing
I
else you're
don't.
gonna do with her.
I don't think that WWE. I don't think that they want to admit they made a mistake with her. That's why they thought they could put in the performance center, work with her, and she can be competent. But she's still just as bad as she was in AEW. So
Right.
she hasn't gotten much better in the ring. Basically, she's still
And a lot
stiff.
of those
She's still.
people haven't. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
A lot of the AEW guys haven't really panned out. I mean, Cody, but he's second generation.
Yeah, Cody was different. He was going
Cody's
to pan
been
out no
doing it
matter
since he
what.
was that small, you know?
He was going to pan out no matter what in WWE because Vince went to his house and hired him. So if Vince did that, then he's going to push him. So it wasn't.
Well, yeah,
So
because
Cody,
he's Dusty's son, so
yeah. And that American Nightmare gimmick was created for WWE. He was kind of AEW, but the fans kind of hated it, so they wanted him to turn heel, and he wouldn't do it. So it was obvious he was going to go to WWE and be a babyface. So that's why the AEW fans hated him towards the end of his run.
Well, and if you think about it, it's an American nightmare. The American dream is fucking dead, and you have to be asleep to have it, just like George Carlin said. So it kind of is like a reality check of, pro wrestling saying, hey, I know what it's like. It's the American nightmare because you wake up and you're still fucking poor.
CM Punk panned out because, again, CM Punk had a run in WWE 15 years ago, and he was a WWE guy anyway. So.
I don't really consider them. I know Cody founded the company, but I don't really consider them WWE or AEW because it's more like they were bigger stars before they even went to AEW. Even if they didn't think so at the time, Cody was always going to be a star because of his dad.
Yeah.
And Cody had a lot to offer. He was like Dusty in many ways. He's got the lisp like Dusty.
Yeah.
He's got that attitude, that hero attitude that Dusty had when Dusty was a babyface.
Which is why I don't see Cody turning heel. Like he's kind of like John Cena in the sense that he takes seriously the responsibility of being the top babyface. Like constantly like signing autographs for kids, spending time with the kids. Right. So he takes that kind of seriously. So I don't really see him flipping heel.
I think they could do it kind of like, they could kind of ease into it and have it with the McIntyre thing. So make McIntyre ease into being a baby face and, I'm not getting screwed anymore. I got what I deserve, blah, blah, blah. And then kind of like Cody, oh, you screwed me. You didn't win nothing, that kind of thing. I guess you could make them both baby faces, but ease them into it first. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush it. They want to rush everything in WWE, and it doesn't tell a story when you rush into things. You take your time and ease into it, then now you're telling a good story.
Yeah, so other than that, Andrade came back from AEW, did nothing, didn't get over again. What? So now
they fired. Oh my God! Wait! Andrade came back. The guy they fired for violation of the wellness policy.
I'm just saying he went back to AEW.
Oh, he went back to AEW. Okay,
yeah,
no,
because
I
they
thought
fired him.
He went back on WWE. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't they just fire him?
Yeah, they fired him. And then they had him, and he had a year. Was
it a year?
Yeah, it was a year. Yeah, it was no compete for they put it since he violated his contract. TKO had a clause there saying that he had a no compete for a year, so he couldn't work in the U.S. for a year.
So the year is up.
No, it's just he got an attorney to kind of overturn that with TKO. They came to some sort of deal where. They let him out of the no compete. So now again, because he came back to AW initially, but he was still under contract with WWE, which is that whole drama where Tony didn't bother checking whether he had no compete or not. He did, so that's where both AW and Andrade got in trouble for, featuring him on the show. So I remember I said he joined the Don Callis family. So they basically redid the same thing on Wednesday. So Andrade came out, beat up some baby faces, and he joined the Don Callis family. So they just repeated what they did 6 months ago.
Right.
So just to get back to where he was. So he didn't work out because, first of all, he never got over. Second of all, he would just disappear.
Yeah.
WWE couldn't reach him for weeks. They were trying to book him on the show. He just disappeared. Nobody. So eventually, it's like, look, he also screwed Ray Phoenix because he's supposed to win the tag team titles.
And
if you remember that story, because
he was on his little druggy binge, and again, no judgment here. You do whatever you want; it's your body. But I mean, don't expect people to keep you around if you're going to go fuck up like that. And you're fucking other people in the ass as well,
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, nobody's really worked out from AEW. Eventually, I wouldn't be surprised if Jade Cargill ended up back in AEW at some point, because Tony wanted to keep her and offered her a shit ton of money, but she wanted to go.
I mean, as Sasha Banks, she was a good superstar, and now she's just total shit.
She started losing her titles. Apparently, she dropped already 2 of them.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. She's down to what? 12 now?
10 or 9 or 10, whatever. But she's been dropping these belts lately, which is.
And they probably said, "Hey, can we have our belts back now?" You've had them for what, almost a year?
Yeah,
6 months at least.
So when she comes back to WWE, it's like, and she will come back at some point because she's already said that she's gonna retire in WWE. So I wonder how they're gonna use her. So,
I wonder how Tony Khan feels about that if he ever gets his mouth off of Dave Meltzer's dick.
Yeah. So she's definitely gonna come back and finish up in WWE. So it's like, okay, whatever. Apparently, Chris Jericho's WWE return is imminent. So
but they teased it, right? Apparently, someone said that they teased it because they said break the walls down or something. I think James was talking about this on that Stranger Things. He said it was complete shit because not only did Jericho not show up, and it supposedly what's his name? Not Nick Aldis, the other one.
Adam
Pierce. Raw GM, Adam Pierce,
had
teased it in one of his X videos that he put online. He's like something about breaking the walls or something. Yeah. And that was like, they're going to tease Chris Jericho's going to come back to the thing on Monday. Never fucking happened, did it? No. Good riddance, I say. Jericho needs to just fucking go away and retire.
I don't know why they teased that and then didn't do anything with it. Most likely he's going to come back to the Royal Rumble and being surprised. But
I mean, no offense, stay away.
Yeah, but still, I mean, why tease it if he's not? I assumed that there'd be a big surprise in the show because, hey, Stranger Things crossover. No, nothing. It was just a mediocre episode of Raw, basically, with a good main event. But
great main event.
Other than that, I mean, it's just a horrible Raw. It's just a.
And I mean, the right guy, I guess, won because they're just not before, but he fucking sucks. Just retire before, but he fucking sucks. Just retire. Yeah. Stay home with your daughter and raise your daughter. Let your wife do all this bullshit. But don't.
Okay.
Seth Rollins, you need to just retire. Just retire. Okay? That's my advice to you, is just retire. Yeah. We're tired of seeing you. You hold everybody down because you think you're the chosen one. You're not. Your time has passed.
So they literally have no opponents for Jade. Apparently, Jordan Grace from NXT confronted Jade Cargill, so I guess they're gonna do a match at some point. Jordan Grace signed with SmackDown, so okay, from NXT.
I don't even know who that is.
I
don't watch NXT.
She's a big muscled up butch woman, like she's just full of basically a big muscle.
Kind of like that Megan Brain girl on AEW.
Yeah, she's kind of like but shorter, yeah. Let's see. Alexa Bliss was defeated by Julia. Julia is not getting over in the main roster the way Stephanie is. I don't know why, whether she doesn't really speak English or It's just the way she's been booked, but
it's
she's not over.
The Japanese thing. They need to get rid of this. They need to let this go. There's a lot of people who just don't like the Japanese style. I hate to break this to you, but a lot of people like Io Sky. Okay, great. The marks like Io Sky, but she is over with the crowd. Where these other chicks are not over. They're not. They don't like that.
She's not
shit.
Getting over.
They don't like the Japanese schoolgirl has been done. Get over it. Let it go.
Julia's basically like the Japanese, like she works like a badass wrestler, so at least tries to be. So it's like she does all the moves and stuff but she's just not getting over. She doesn't have much of a personality, so it's tough. It's tough. I don't see how she's gonna get over.
It's over. It's done with. We have enough Japanese schoolgirls. Okay. We got Io Sky. We got fucking Kairi Sane. What's the dragon lady? What the fuck's her name? Asuka?
Yeah.
Asuka. So we got Asuka, we got Kairi Sane, we got Io Sky, we got Julia, we got some other chicks that are trying to be, the Japanese schoolgirl, like,
yeah.
What do I do? Like, do I go wrestling now? Come on, this ain't fucking Japanese anime. Enough with it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
those guys jacking off to that shit ain't around no more. They're out of high school now. They're in fucking college, or they're literally in businesses, or they're working.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for WWE this week. Next week they're promoting. Who are they promoting? I don't even know, but it's just WWE is kind of like idling until the Royal Rumble. It seems like once the WrestleMania build starts, then they'll kind of, heat it up. But for now, Braun Breaker is not the champion. Drew McIntyre is the champion. I suspect that he'll be dropping that belt back to Cody at the Royal Rumble. This is like a temporary switch during the European tour.
Fair enough. Let's do well, okay, I see what you're saying about, there will be a time for Braun Breaker. I just don't think they're ready to pull the trigger on that because they want to wait for Seth Rollins to come back and see what he's going to do. And this could be like Punk versus maybe Gunther. So we could see maybe Gunther be the champion and switch it off with Punk. Because again, these guys ain't getting any younger. I love Punk. But again, he's not getting any younger. So while the Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker thing is happening, I could see definitely something with like Gunther and Punk.
Yeah.
Gunther will humiliate AJ Styles, and that'll piss off Punk, and then something happens with them too. Maybe.
Yeah. So let's see. Wow, I'm glad I'm not. Anyways, so AEW is this. I don't know what they're doing here. MJF's the champion again. It's apparently going to feud with Bandito at their next show for the title. Yeah, Bandito is just a masked guy. He's not. I don't know what they're fashioning with him.
Weren't they a part of? Wasn't that the Bro Deedle thing?
He was just a tag team with somebody else. I forget who it is right now. I think they were tag team champions, and now all of a sudden he's going for the world title and being taken seriously as a threat to MJF. Let's see. The Hangnail Page and Swerve are now friends, and they're taking on Hook and Hobbs in a lights out match. Like they overplayed this lights out deal in AEW. I mean, it's like they do it every few weeks. It seems like, and that's something you do once a year, maybe. You don't do it every week. It seems like. So we have a lights out tag team match for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, enough is enough, boys.
Yeah. So Hangman and Swerve tried to murder each other for the last 2 years. Swerve burned down Hangman's house at one point, or no, it was Hangman burnt down Swerve's house.
That childhood house, because I had that as part of our opening, and then couldn't do that no more.
Yeah, so that was terrible. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden now they're friends and they're a tag team and they're taking on Hook and Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs. So it's like
all their stuff is shit. It's all shit and it's bad for you.
Tony Storm had a match with Marina Shafir or Shafir. Whatever.
No one really cares about any of these matches except for Tony Khan and Dave Meltzer, who give it 5 and 7 stars.
Shelton Benjamin carried John Moxley to a decent match, apparently. So
and I just thought it was funny when I was watching some of these or listening to some of these omnibuses, right? For Jim Cornette. If you want to check that out, it's jimcornette.com or Jim Cornette on Spotify. It's the Jim Cornette Experience and Jim Cornette drive-through. On YouTube, you can also find it under Jim Cornette and listen to some. I mean, he's a really funny guy. I mean, he's entertaining, and he's Jim Cornette. But, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He knows wrestling because he was in the wrestling business for many years. So he was talking about on these omnibuses how over in South Korea, they hate everything that has to do with John Moxley. I had to laugh at this because it's hilarious. So anything with John Moxley, everybody hates because John Moxley is a piece of shit.
So apparently Shelton Benjamin carried Moxley to a decent match. So people were kind of, oh wow. I mean, Shelton is. Here's the thing with Cornette in particular. He's trained a lot of the top guys in the last 20 plus years.
Right,
Brock Lesnar, Cena, Benjamin,
Dave Batista.
Batista, so he's trained a lot of the guys who carried WWE in the last 15, 20 years. He was responsible for training. So
right.
Yeah, so
and he really made them stars. I mean, he called up WWE and said, "Hey, you need to check this guy. I think he's going to be a good star." Because they asked him, that was one of the questions they asked him about John Cena. When did you know he was going to be a star? He said right away.
Yeah.
You could see his he would always be the first to arrive. He'd always be the last to leave, that kind of mentality. And his promos at first sucked. His wrestling was subpar, but he got used to the business and he got to the business, and then he knew the business, even if his wrestling didn't get any better. But
when he came into WWE and OVW, he was the prototype. So he would cut promos kind of like robotic promos, and they were not good. So that's why he ended up being
right. And he just needed a little time. But then eventually when Cornette saw that John Cena was becoming a superstar, good enough for at least the WWE, he called up JR and said, JR, I think this guy's got something. And Batista, too. He did the same thing for Batista. Yeah. And now look at him. He was making movies, and now he just looks like a shriveled ass.
Cornette. Who was it? It was... Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. What did you say last?
That they called up John Cena to the main roster, and then also Batista.
Okay, I remember now. It was Batista. Jim Cornette said he's not going to take arm drags in the first match, so he's going to be main event or bust. So he made him into Leviathan, which is so he thought that would be the opponent for Undertaker one day, which they ended up working at WrestleMania together, main event WrestleMania match. So Cornette was right about. Cornette was right about that. So,
there's something I want to just make a comment about. I doubt Jim Cornette himself is going to see this, but he had made a comment to Becky Lynch about when she got pregnant, that she was making a lot of money, and then she went and got pregnant, and he kind of put her down about it. Yeah. See, from a woman's perspective, and again, I'm not on her side. I don't like Becky Lynch. I just never could get on that bandwagon, right?
Yeah.
But when you tell a woman something negative about her being pregnant, us women, we take that to heart. We think we did something bad. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, now I'm a bad person because I went and got pregnant. So again, not saying I agree with her or, that she should be mad at Jim Cornette because he doesn't have kids. He doesn't know how that feels. Yeah. But from a woman's perspective, when you tell us something negative about us being pregnant, we take that to heart and be like, we are the bad people now. Like we feel like, I'm a piece of shit now because, I went and got pregnant. Like it's some kind of bad thing.
Since we're talking about Cornette and I tagged you in this. Bruce Pritchard tells a story about George, Jim's rats, or mouse.
Right.
So
I saw that and I was like, "Is this true, Jim?"
yeah, he
He
never. I don't think
messaged me
responded.
back. Yeah, he never responded
But
back.
I figured, we would let Bruce tell the story about Jim Cornette's mouse. He took off work for weeks because he was mourning his mouse. So it's like,
one day, and there's no Cornette. So I called Jim. I said, "Hey man, where are you? You gonna make it in?" "Oh goddamn, George died." "Oh my God, Corny, what do you mean George died?" So to give you a little backstory, George was a rat.
yeah,
Do you remember the Mankind vignettes?
Yes.
Do you remember the rat that Mankind had in the original vignettes in the little cell?
Are you about to tell me that was Jim Cornette's rat?
That was Jim Cornette's rat, George.
Wait. Is that the first rat Jim Cornette ever had?
That was the first rat that Jim Cornette ever had that had huge balls.
And 4 legs.
Okay. But or Kentucky or wherever the fuck George came from.
I want to say something after this is done.
He can be buried with the rest of his rat family.
Well, it's done now anyway, so go
Okay.
ahead.
First of all, I doubt that's really what happened. Because if you talk to Jim Cornette, and he said this many, many, many times about Bruce Pritchard, you couldn't believe Bruce Pritchard even if his tongue was notarized.
Yeah.
So I doubt seriously. I think he's just fucking with George Cornette.
Yeah.
He probably, the real story is he probably, I don't know, he left because he wasn't, I mean, he was on creative at this point, and he was dealing with Vince Russo, and he probably didn't come back because they fired him.
Yeah, he probably used a dead rat as an excuse not to go to work for 6 weeks.
Exactly.
Get paid. Like he was working. He was working the office. He was working the office, and they believed him. So he didn't come to work for 6 weeks. He's goddamn. He sounds like Jim though, Bruce.
Well, he's been around them forever. Jim Cornette, I swear, every time Jim Cornette does the Dusty impression, I close my eyes and I'm like, Dusty just came back.
Yeah, it sounds like because he spent so much time around Dusty. Dusty was his booker during his best years in the Midnight Express. So.
And he loved Dusty.
Yeah.
So, and I know that it's like so good. I'm just like, please do the Dusty impression every time Jim Cornette comes on my. I have him on my phone, and I plug my phone into my car, and then it comes out of my car speakers. I love that because around the time of early Randy Savage, I can't remember his name. Who was the WWE dude in the 80s or 90s? Blonde mustache wasn't in long.
Blonde. Not Hogan. You're talking about Hogan.
Yeah, no, because he was in it for a long time.
He was there. We worked for 10 years in initial run. So
blonde mustache. I don't know anyone who had
blonde mustache.
Mighty Warrior came in around the time of early Randy Savage. I can't remember his name. Are you talking like when Randy was in the territories, like in Kentucky? Or are you talking like when he first came in like 84? Didn't Savage come in like 84, 85 in the WWF? No, not Hawk. Okay. I was going to say, I don't remember Hawk with a mustache.
Well, he did have the handlebar.
He did have a blonde mustache, but he was in it for a long time.
There's so many guys. Warrior wasn't blonde. Brutus wasn't blonde. That's Hogan's friend. He was there for years.
Unless you're thinking of Paul Orndorff, but I don't remember him with a mustache.
Paul Wonderful? No, I don't think he had a mustache.
Mr. Wonderful? Yeah, it could be Mr. Wonderful. He was blonde. I don't know if he had a blonde
But
mustache.
he was in for a number of years, so it couldn't have been him.
It was Mr. Wonderful, not Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect was blonde, but didn't have a. Kurt was in it for a long time.
Yeah, he was never blonde.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. So.
No, Vic is asking about a wrestler that came in the 80s or 90s. Blonde, had a mustache, and wasn't in long.
No.
80s
Greg Valentine was blonde, but he didn't have a mustache, and he was in it for a long time.
Ronnie. Was it the guy who said, "You think it's fake? You think it's fake?" That's an open hand.
David Schultz.
Yeah.
Schultz?
Well, David Schultz. The thing is, David Schultz got fired for that because he
when he slapped Stossel. And
but David Schultz, he swears that Vince told him to do that.
Oh no,
I don't know if
that's
true, but he said
I believe him because that's something.
Was it he was with Randy Savage? Vicky, was he with Randy Savage at that point? Because we have
Lanny never had a mustache, a genius, so it wasn't him. It wasn't blonde either.
He was blonde at first. Yeah, Lanny was blonde at first when he first came in, before he was a genius.
Now this is going to bother me. This is going to bother me now for the rest of the night because I'm sure that I know when I see him, but it wasn't what's his face?
George the Animal Steel. He wasn't.
Oh no, he was, it wasn't Tom McGee. I don't know why I thought of Tom McGee there.
No, but Bret Hart made him look good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Barry Windham was blonde. Ric Flair was blonde.
Flair didn't have a mustache. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard came in the early 90s. They weren't blonde either. Flair didn't have a mustache.
I'll have to research or ask my kids. Yeah, I mean, I know all the all-timers, most of them anyway.
Yeah, I
can
name out random.
He didn't have a mustache.
I can name out random guys from those times.
Oh God.
Shawn Michaels, no. Marty
Shawn Michaels did
no.
have a mullet. Sort
of. Kevin Nash wasn't blonde.
Bobby Eaton?
Razor wasn't blonde.
Not super blonde. That doesn't help. I'm thinking Bobby Eaton, Stan Lane, maybe.
They weren't WWF though.
No, they were WCW at that point.
Yes, I don't think she's referring to them.
Was it late 80s, early 90s? Or was it like early?
Oh, I got to wrap up from YouTube anyways before we do that. But yeah, I mean, let me think. Wasn't Brett? No. Hogan?
Wasn't
no.
Jim? Jim was red. Not DiBiase either.
Ted DiBiase, no, but he had a mustache. But wasn't? Did he? No, he didn't. Not Andre. I mean, I don't know why Andre popped in my head.
Rick Rude, maybe, but he didn't have he wasn't blonde. He was more brown.
No.
Jake the Snake.
Watch it. At some point, I'm gonna probably remember or see on WWE's on their YouTube channel the Vault.
Well, it wasn't Rick Martel because he didn't have a mustache, but Jake the Snake had a mustache. What about Jake the Snake?
Not Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor was the Red Rooster.
Red Rooster.
He was red. He had the red hair.
Not Jim Duggan. He was brown.
Undertaker. No, I mean
his hair was black.
Yeah.
Not Dusty. No, Dusty didn't have a mustache.
Gold Dust Dustin.
Dude, maybe no stash. Questionable. I mean, that could be anyone, really.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to. I can name out random names from the 80s and 90s.
From the 80s that around the time of Rick Rude, I would say Jake the Snake because Jake the Snake had a feud with Rick Rude over Cheryl Roberts, who was Jake's wife at the time.
Brett, no. Owen, no. Any of the Hart kids? Bruce, but Bruce.
No. Actually, Owen didn't come in as Owen Hart. He came in as the Blue Blazer.
Yeah, became Owen Hart in the early 90s, but initially he came in as the Blue Blazer, yeah. Yeah, there's so many.
I think he was around when Rick Rude was around, but then you had Billy Jack Haynes, you had King Kong Bundy, you had oh god, and we just the Hart Foundation, the
Brian Pillman.
Rougeau,
Brian Pillman.
No, he was more WCW. The Rougeau
yeah,
brothers.
He came in the mid '90s. Yeah.
The British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith, and Dynamite.
Steve Austin. Steve Austin had a blonde goatee.
Yeah, but he was more WCW at the time.
Yeah, in the early '90s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You think it was after the Rick Rude thing?
Yeah, there's so many nails.
You're talking like 88, 89.
I'm just naming nails, like random wrestlers, like nails.
That was Kevin Kelly. Yeah, he actually
choked McMahon. He choked McMahon, nearly killed him.
Why don't we get back to this conversation later and go to Rumble?
All right. Yeah,
we'll
it's 9:03. It was after. Okay, well, if we can pick this up next week, or you can figure out who it is and let us know next week, I mean, that'd be great because we do have to go to the Rumble now and Twitch and whatever else we're on right now. So, yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. The first episode we've done in 3 weeks. I think the last one was 3 weeks ago, right before Christmas. So, I want to thank everybody for watching, like and subscribe. We'll be back next week with another episode of Pro Wrestling Talk. At the Rumble. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but yeah, we'll figure something out before next week. Have a nice weekend. The rest of your weekend. Peace out. I mean, I got to get out of 2 YouTube channels though. So yeah, give me a minute. But what is this? Oh, okay.
First video.
I guess, Vicky, do you remember if he was black or white? Because there was Bad News Brown.